What's going on, guys? We're here in a 2018 Chevy Tahoe. Now, this is a rental car. I'm not going to name the rental company, due for privacy reasons. But before this, we had a 2018 Ford Expedition Max. And the difference between the two is absolutely phenomenal. Ford actually takes the time and thinks out the comfort and the level of the operator and the passengers. Chevrolet, on the other hand, they just kind of stick it on a board and say good enough. Here's what I got to tell you about the Chevrolet Tahoe. This is what I don't like. Personally, I don't like the fact that the seating is not very comfortable. It's very narrow. Secondly, over here on the door, I got to reach forward to reach my window switches. On this Ford Expedition, everything was located right here about handle height, and obviously on the Fords, the door handle is located down here where you would grab your door to pull it shut. So it's making it very much more convenient to be able to reach the switches and everything, put windows down and up. The other thing I don't really like about this thing is just the seating. The seats they're so firm, they're so tough, and I don't like it. The Ford Expedition, the seats are wider, much more comfortable, much more shaped to well, you get what I'm saying. I don't really need to go on. Oh no, I mean, the interior of this vehicle is not bad. It's very nice. The nav system and the console here is very nice design. Steering wheel controls, not that user friendly, in my opinion. I don't really want to be looking down here to try and figure out how to set the cruise control. I got to look at a bunch of little symbols that looks like a caveman drove on the steering wheel. With the Ford Expedition, everything's located right here in between your two, whatever you can call these, and everything's labeled perfectly. You have on and off, you have set, your plus and your minus, and then you have resume and everything. Obviously over here we got resume, and we have set, and then I guess that would be your cruise cancel, and then this would be your cruise. So if you're not familiar with Chevrolet and their way of doing things, then it's probably best to take your time and figure it out while you're sitting in a parking lot or at your house. The other thing is, with the Ford, the audio controls are located right here on the front with your thumb. I had my doubts about that. I have a Dodge also, so the audio controls are on the back of the steering wheel, which they are also on this. Two little paddles to increase and decrease your volume. To me, it seems kind of more convenient that way, but honestly, I think it's more easier and user-friendly to be able to do it with your thumb. That way you're not reaching around the back of the steering wheel and trying to turn the volume up for the radio. So, kind of creature comfort, whatever, your fancy is. I've kind of, after driving the 2018 Expedition, I kind of became a little used to that. All in all, I mean, this has a V8, I believe it's a 5.3 Vortec in it, and it runs pretty good. Doesn't run too bad. Average fuel economy right now is about 17.5. With the Ford Expedition, it had the 3.5, or maybe it's up to the 3.7 now, but we had the EcoBoost in it, and twin turbocharged, and it ran pretty good. It was getting right around 18 miles to the gallon. And keep in mind, this is the Max, so this is the longer version, and this is a Tahoe, so as far as lengthwise, not too much comparison. But all in all, I think the gauge cluster for this is just probably, I don't know, it's like they're trying to cram a lot of stuff in a tiny little spot. Ford's cluster is a lot more wider and just, to me, easier to read, user friendly, and able to access certain things that you need to access while you're going down the road. So the mirrors on this thing are kind of tiny, I think, for a full-size SUV, but again, the Ford Expedition, the mirrors were kind of a little bit bigger than this. If you guys think Chevrolet's better, hey, that's your prerogative. I mean, I never really was a Ford guy. I was always Chevy growing up, but you know, I mean, for me, I've kind of shied away from Chevrolet and have really become pretty, what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know. Oh well. But that's it, guys. Go test drive them, and you know, figure out what you like and what you don't like. You know, before you go dropping $60,000-$70,000 and even $80,000 on a new vehicle, test drive it. Make sure it's something that you're going to be comfortable with. For me, the Ford Expedition is much more comfortable, much more wider, and it's just all around much more friendly, user friendly, and everything. So, peace.